Hey guys, I'm here to do another review for a movie that I bought recently, and the movie is Piranha. Now, this is the original one. This is not the remake. This movie is nothing like the original. The original was basically a porno in disguise. You don't know the definition of piranha until you've seen this. Now, this movie, as far as I know, is not available on Netflix, because I have been wanting to rent it, and they do not have it, at least probably until now. I just bought this today, and as far as I know, this was just released. But this is one of Roger Corman's movies, and he's famous for a lot of movies. There's a lot in here. Death Race 2000, Rock and Roll High School, Galaxy of Terror, Forbidden World, and this is a great DVD release because it's got a reversible DVD cover inside. It's kind of weird. But this movie basically is Jaws, because it starts out almost exactly like Jaws, about two people going to swim in instead of the ocean, it's like a war testing reservoir, and they get eaten by piranha. And this lady is searching for these two people, and she ends up finding the help of this guy who lives in a cabin. And they go out to this test site, and they're trying to look for him, and they find out that they were there, and so they decide to drain the reservoir, and they do accidentally under the huge warning from this guy that lives there, and they end up setting loose a piranha into the lake, and it ends up ruining a summer camp where these people are getting eaten in this summer camp, and it also ruins a resort. Now, this was made in '78, so it was 3 years after Jaws came out, and it was directed by Joe Dante, and you might remember him from The Howling or Looney Tunes Back in Action. And he directed, I believe, I don't know. I mean, there was a couple of other movies that he directed. I can't see. Oh, he also directed Gremlins. Yes. And, sorry, I couldn't remember. But, this was a good movie to see. I mean, I really had my doubts because it was one of those, cheaply made horror films, but you'll be really surprised. I mean, it's not really scary. It was a really cheap film. But, you'll probably love it if you're a fan of Roger Corman, or if you like those cheap 70s horror films. And this was edited by Mark Goldblatt, and he's apparently a really good editor, and he's won awards. And it has a score by Pino Donaggio, and he scored Carrie and The Howling. And it has Barbara Steele in it, who's in Black Sunday, and it has Kevin McCarthy from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Brenda Belaski from The Howling, and this is Joe Dante's second film, and he would also go on to direct Small Soldiers. And this is produced by John Davidson, who went on to produce RoboCop and Starship Troopers. So this did have a lot of, famous people in it. And the guy who produced this, Roger Corman, introduced us to Jack Nicholson, Francis Ford Coppola, Jonathan Demme, who he directed Silence of the Lambs, and Martin Scorsese, and you all know who Martin Scorsese is. But I mean, check out that Piranha. It's not the best horror film made in the world, but if you like Jaws, this is a twist to Jaws. I hope you like it, and get this DVD release. It's got some great special features on it. So check it out, Piranha, Roger Corman.